I'm on the campus, Saddleback Church with Rick Warren, and had the privilege of serving on the senior staff here for over a decade. Still attend here and had the privilege of still joining Rick and Kay for a small group now for over 15 years. It's been a great run. Before that, I was at Willow Creek and helped to champion groups there for about 6 years with Bill. And both places combined saw what was almost 100,000 or so people connected in groups, over 10,000 groups, many of which here at Saddleback Church. It's been a really fun run, discovering the power of alignment, of developing a video-based curriculum that aligns with the teaching pastor's teaching ministry, both past, present, and future, and develop that curriculum that aligns with an upcoming sermon series to make a church-wide campaign. Here at Saddleback, discovered the power of a campaign when we first aligned a series called what was then called the Millennial Member. It was actually functionally the Purpose-Driven Life series, where Rick produced a video curriculum beforehand. We shot it in the back room with a single camera. It's pretty simple. And then he introduced it. I'm going to do a teaching series, and here's the curriculum. Go outside and get it. And we passed it all out here. The power of that was unbelievable. There's 3,200 people that said yes, that they'd go ahead and gather a group of their friends and start a group, which is pretty remarkable. But since then, it's kind of catalyzed not only a model, but an industry for Christian publishers, which we went on to go and publish over 100 series for major Christian publishers. But then our primary focus is to help come alongside a local church and help them produce their first church-wide campaign, or a custom in-house version, as well as a video-based curriculum. Now, we've taken this model from a talking head video and a black and white curriculum to a whole nother level. We've take the video curriculum, and we will do testimonies and stories. We'll have a host that functions like a small group leader. We'll bake leader training on it. The video will have scripts that the senior pastor will say that'll help start and sustain groups, that will help promote things on the weekend. So we'll have 3-4 weeks of promotion to get as many people participating as possible. So we do a lot in the video area when we kind of come in and help a church produce a series. And then on the print side, we've taken it beyond black and white to full color. This day and age, the price is down, the impact is far greater. We'll put hundreds of photographs in it that'll have a bigger bang and an impact, and people feel like it's the best of a high school yearbook meets a magazine these days, so that people get the buzz and the bandwagon during a campaign. So for you to produce your own in-house one, we come alongside churches and we'll help you figure out how to do that. So the conversation essentially, roll up our sleeves, go, where are you going in the next year? And they'll tell, we're doing this sermon series, we're doing this sermon series, we're doing this, that, and the other. And we'll say, well, you could do a video curriculum that aligns with that one, like I did with so many here with Rick and have done with so many others, that you could launch a series off of. Or if you're doing a major campaign, which typically is fall, New Year, spring. So for many of you, it's going to be a New Year, spring, or a fall kind of a strategy that we could help you kind of think through where you're going. And many pastors know, and you've got 3 years planned. Some of them don't know where they're going this weekend. So, and everything in between. But we'll help you figure out which ones are the best ones that you could go to, and then we'll either come out and do a kind of a full service production with you and help host the whole thing and partner with you guys, or we'll coach your team how to recruit, train, and develop a team that could actually produce in-house video-based curriculum. That's actually a more prominent thing that we're doing nowadays, is coaching churches on how to do this, and to the degree that you'd like us to help you, we can. Now, the kinds of things that we're actually suggesting for churches to consider is a couple different things. Let me give you 3 categories. The first one is what we kind of call the Advent and Lent. The Advent and Lent series is actually really good times, especially this year, the way Christmas lands, to be able to do a 2, 3, or a 4-week series starting that last week in November and leading right up to Christmas. And depending on if you preach a Christmas kind of series leading up to it, trying to fill the house on Christmas, that'd be a great way to consider doing one. So to back up and do a Christmas series, along with companion daily devotions. So we do a weekly video Bible study with a beautiful color Christmas-like brochure magazine that helps get people into groups, takes the existing groups to bring Christmas to the community, as opposed to bringing always the community to Christmas, especially with Christmas landing on a Sunday. It makes it a little tricky. So this time we're saying bring it home for the holidays, or Christmas in a box. And so that's a really popular one that we're doing a lot of. The Lenten one, though, is especially for a lot of non-believers, Lent's a really popular time. It's a very spiritually renewing time. So the 30 days to Easter, we do a lot of series around them that are designed to really peak attendance at Easter, but also get people connected before Easter. We see a lot of fruit with this kind of a strategy. There's three other ones that you could do during the new year that are really super popular. One is a finance series. When I was at Willow Creek, Bill always did a finance series that first month of the year. A lot of churches do. It's a great time to do a 2, 3, or 4 week series. If you're doing a 3 or 4 week series, that'd be a good one. Sometimes a stewardship campaign is a good one to kick off in the new year. We could do a companion curriculum to help complement the vision series that you're going to do. Speaking of that, a Vision and Value series, kicking off the new year strong, and where you're going to go in this new year. That's a really popular series that we're doing for a lot of churches these days. Over the course of a year, we'll develop 4 different curriculum for a church. Either we'll produce it or do a train the trainer or coach them on how to do it. And in that particular model, this is a really good strategy for churches because it's a great way to launch the new year. The next one is a prayer and fasting one, the 21-day fasting strategy. Did that with Jensen Franklin, and a lot of churches do a custom edition of that. Or what could be whatever your New Year's series is. So you've got it in the bag or you're thinking about it. We wrap around you with that one, help develop stories, testimonies, and produce something so we're creative. It could be out in California, it could be anywhere on your location, on your campus, on your worship center stage. In our new format we call the town hall, it puts the senior pastor center stage and wraps an audience of about 50 people around him. It's a great way to go. So to the degree that that fits the vibe of where you guys want to go. The other one, besides Lent and those and looking at those other popular ones, is to do some timeless ones. We now produce what is a small group leader training, a classic timeless series. We'll take one day and get your entire staff team, have your senior pastor, small group pastor, and others kind of co-teach it. And this is your kind of classic small group leader training. We'll do 3 volumes, 4 sessions each. So it'll be a basic, an intermediate, advanced. It's all online training. Sometimes we do a companion workbook, but the bottom line, this is a great way to standardize amongst all the different ministries in your church and other campuses. Do the same thing for a discipleship pathway. You determine what is your, your 5-step piece that are 4 sessions each, or what could be a 3 volumes, 6 sessions each. We do a lot of these for churches that want to lay down what is their definition of spiritual formation and discipleship and have their people go through it. Sometimes it starts with a single volume and aligns with the weekend, and then they do the other volumes. Could be a 101, 2, and 301, 401, or could be a basic, intermediate. A lot of different ways to lay it out, but a spiritual formation or a discipleship pathway, the leadership pathway series, as I said, and a volunteer pathway, maybe small group or maybe volunteer training that you want to standardize across your campus, and we do that in that town hall format. It's a great way to do that. Well, no matter where you want to go with this, especially if it's a major fall, deal, we'll start with the church now and kind of do the pre-production, the planning, the strategy, come out, meet with your team and help make it happen. But to do your first in-house video-based curriculum and what is alignment campaign, we basically would do our best to do a train the trainer, to show you and your team how to do it, help you recruit and train a team that could kind of sustain it. It's our desire not just to start it, but to see it sustain. That's why when we do a series, we'll do a starter series, that's kind of your kickoff one. We'll do a sustainer, kind of a follow-up series, and then we'll do a strengthening series, typically takes them deeper, and the last one is kind of a seeker series. So we'll do a 4-step kind of strategy with you, showing you how you can do it. We'll help you do your first, and you can do the rest. Anyway, to the degree that there's interest or intrigue on your part, love to chat with you. We're here and available to be able to do a kind of a free consultation or an assessment, or in some way just connect with you, tell you a little bit about some of our coaching programs. We're doing individual coaching programs, which are Skype-based, and then we do a group coaching, which is, you got 10 or so churches, every other week they're gathering together. Either way, love to be able to help you guys in your church take things to the next level, whether it be your first one or whether it be one you want to, you've done a few in-house ones, you want to kind of step up your game and take it to the next level. It's kind of who we are, what we do. Until then, blessings and thanks again.